Jessica likes it. The big question is, does it still look like Gen X? Or have I totally gone off scope? I think I'm done.
Stretch break time.
Stretch break time.
Stretch break time. Hello. Ow.
Honestly, I can put artwork down sometimes. Right. Oh, I better sign it. Should I sign it? It's just a test, I guess. Oh, it fuzzed out. Camera. What do we reckon? Looks good, very green man. It's so shiny. It's got sparkles on it. Do the eyes follow you? Probably happens to Sasko all the time. So yeah, it's not a bad interpretation, I think, of like one to the other, but you can tell the style differences. There, Gen X eyes. Yeah, I don't ever post myself as being a watercolor artist or like an acrylic artist or anything like that. I always mix because I know that picking out different bits of highlight and stuff is better when it comes to it. So I'm always mixing medias because I'm like, I can just add a little bit of this and it'll pick that bit out, and I can do this and I can do that, and let me grab my other pens. I love mixed media too. I like to get messy. Get messy with it. Right. My dearest darlings, it is time for me to take a stretch break so that I don't just break myself from sitting at a desk going, oh god, the pain. When we come back, I may have to try and break it. Don't break me! Fragile, fragile. Not to mention, if you break me, then, like, you'll get the finger from laser. Trying not to say Laser's IRL name. I mean, Laser is Laser IRL, right? That's the only name they've ever gone by. Yeah, right. So on that, I will take a small break and I will come back. And then I think I might try to draw an ethereal. His parents are Mr. and Mrs. Laser. Mrs. Laser and Mr. Laser. And his sister is Laseretta. And his children will be Laser Jr. and Laser Jr. 2. Right. Stick me pencils over there. So, I encourage you all to get up, get a stretch. Says save your work. I'm gonna make a little sign actually.
You may want to, while you're on break, put your chat into on.
Yeah. And we'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Well, unless people want to keep chatting, I guess.
And yeah. See you all shortly. And it's perfect timing yet again. Right, timer off. Yeah. Right stream. Come on. Change, you stupid thing. Did that? Thank you for that. Says for some reason my thing isn't working. My button. My button for toggling chat is not working. I don't know why. Where's the refresh button? Yes, we did Genix. God damn it! I clicked on Twitch to get to the buttons, and it went into the thing. Ah. There we go. I have buttons now. Right. Hello, yes, welcome back. I hope you all had a drink and stretched and got up and did something. Maybe ate something, because food is good too. That's really distracting. Right, buttons are there if I need them. I moved my fingers. Anyway, anyone who's out there, can you do me a favor and throw some love hearts and love and compliments in for my mods, because I've been hearing about what they've been up to the last little while and I'm super grateful. Thank you so much, darlings, and I love you. I love you. Boo boo. Boo boo. Up there. Boo boo. Yeah, it was up there.
It's not though.
You may I'll look when we come off stream.
Well, I was gonna sit and do that. No, don't.
Well, give me a second, I'll stand up.
It's fine, don't. It's fine.
Loving for all the mods, cause they're awesome. Hee hee. It's Genix love for mods. Hello, Pop. You want to come up and say hello, do you? You want to come up and say hello? Hey, good girl. You're a good girl. This is Bryn. She's our resident collie. Oh. Oh, cuddles. He's a good girl. He's a good girl. Right, then you go. Good girl. Good girl. He's a good girl. Yeah. He's so clever. He's so clever. Right. So, did a thing. Oh yes, Tollus, I saw that you I saw that you had put in some things about prompts in the prompt listing for the community challenge, and apparently I'm going to be drawing ninja foxes or ninja blood cells. I hear this could be interesting.
The ninja blood cells was a cover.
Screaming slow. Oh no. You okay? Chat is no longer annoying me. Were we ignoring you? I didn't mean to ignore you. No! I missed messages. Did I miss messages? I'm sorry. Oh, chat broke. We did throw it into emote only modes while I was on break because of the
Just for 5 minutes.
present interesting things that are happening. Message is not getting through. Okay, so I can move on to the ethereal entity challenge, or I could open another box, or I don't know. Brightly coloured ninja foxes as Foxy's immune system. I've been slowly watching things happening, and I'm still glad that I didn't. I'm super glad that I did not manage to say to anyone, I'm going to do a thing with a prompt list. Cause yeah, my friends are trolls. In the best possible way, but trolls nonetheless. Oh no. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I've got my little pot out for my putty rubbers. These things are incredible, by the way, if you're doing anything with watercolour paper or graphite in general, because you can knead them to get them back to a nice bright edge, and you can shape them to almost any shape, so you can get really fine edges when you're rubbing out. And for some reason I have a habit of, when I'm finished using a putty rubber, instead of putting it back in the little tub that I have for my putty rubbers, see here, I seem to stick it to part of my desk organisation system. Yeah, it happens sometimes, but I could see my messages were not arriving. Oh no. I tried to draw a ninja wearing camel, but now I can't find it. Oh. I have a desk. Desk, yay! Kit, I'm so disappointed in you. You're not only finished one piece, but time for a second? On a stream? Are you really a pro streamer? No. I am not a pro streamer. I am a see how it goes. And hopefully it goes well. I need to adjust the legs a little to take the wobble out. My desk is, don't know how it should show up a bit, but I had to take all my cameras and my microphone off of my desk and attach them to the walls and other furniture, because I'm using an IKEA desk with 4 end legs, so they're spread far out. They're straight up and down, so if anything puts too much pressure in the middle, it'll start to bend in. If you put too much force onto it, because they're not a wider leg, they'll wobble very easily. So the desk, when I'm like rubbing out stuff, wobbles like crazy. Means for me it looks like a mini earthquake, but for you guys, hopefully it looks okay. And work out that goes where. Yeah. Although I'm thinking about, I saw a YouTube video that suggested you putting another, so a 5th leg on one of these tables in the middle, but I'm not sure that that would actually help either. So, one day I may have to get another desk. That is not this day. Because I have to replace this asshole thing first. The camera. Because the camera hates me. It hates me. And it hates anyone else with a Mac as well, according to what I found. And yet it's still being promoted as one of the best webcams. I have a peeve. I have a soapbox. I'm going to stand on it. And I'll be like, hey, better webcams. Some of us use Macs. God damn it. Yes. So. Hurt me fingers. I've basically got a drop leaf buffet desk. Buffet table, and I've got a desk and 2 legs over the top of it to make a sort of corner desk. Yeah. My first art desk was a 1960s, 1970s veneered drop leaf desk. which was pretty much one leaf was just crammed up against the wall and the other leaf came up when I needed it. It was pretty good. It was fairly well balanced. But it's not cunning for long term, I find. I like a desk I can lean on. I like a woman that can park my bike on. I like an ass I can park my bike in. Oh, I said that a lot. Right. Should we open it? Should we try and do a fairy-genics? If I do a fairy-genics on a very small piece of paper, it's going to be small. Fox is saying I should open another box. I might yet get a second desk and swap it out for the drop leaf. There's actually, Mr. Purple, there's actually a really good website that I've come across recently, which I think is like for Office Furniture UK, that does like decent corner desks with curves and stuff. Put another box down. The other thing I have to discuss with the what's in the box. I see another thing for the box. The other thing I wanted to talk about was doing a giveaway challenge. Not a giveaway challenge. Doing a giveaway for the extra Scrawlr box that I happened to have. Because I got 2 of one of my boxes. So my idea is that can go away to one of you lovely viewers, to my lovely keeples out there. Which I need to work out how to do that. But I'm going to do a giveaway. Probably not on Thursday because I want time to be able to advertise it first. But hopefully for next Tuesday we'll be doing a giveaway for the box. So it's a case of let me know in Discord if you don't want to do it, or if you think it's a bad idea, but I think most people would like to get a Scrawlr box. You can Scrawlr box along with me. They do have sweets in. Right. Let's clear this up. And grab another box and see what's in the box. Because, yeah, I think it's a good idea. When are free things a bit of a bad idea? Exactly! Everybody loves free syphilis.
Have I spelled that right?
No, but I got it what you meant. When are free things a bad thing? When there's syphilis. I agree with that statement. I don't want syphilis. Keep it. It's yours. Keep it far away from me. So, shift these out the way. Look, I'm even tidying my workspace. Where's Laser when I want to point a finger at him? I'm like, look, tidy. Tidy things work. My issue is that the desk and an armchair are effectively a good room divider and limited wall space, so the corner has to be the right hand one, and surprisingly few options for that. I check out that Office Furniture UK, because like tidying. Who are you? What have you done with kit? I like tidy. I like neat. Here, look at Gen X. While I do things. For some reason I have that image in my head of Saz just looking around and staring at Gen X and being like, that Kit told me to. Kids that do. Right. Oh boy. We have 4 other boxes. What is that? Kind of chocolate. Oh, I wish Tidy was a chocolate. Although there wouldn't be much of Tidy left because I would eat Tidy very quickly. Tidy. Right. Excuse us, Genix. Right. We have the boxes again. I need to do it the way that you can see the thing. There's 4 this time. We have B, C, D, Fred. B, C, D, Fred. Shout out in chat which one you want to do. You want B, C, D, or Fred? B. I know what's in B because I've opened B. B is the one that was opened previously.
Oh.
So I know what's in B.
Something good.
I'm not telling. B might contain honey. You made a poll.
Yay.
Vote in the poll. Seska must. Fucking with Suck it. I'm not voting now. There is no potato. Always potato. Potato. Oh. B! Yay! Something overtook the potato. If you really want, one of my next challenges will be so that you guys can make me do potato printing. How would you like that? Eh? How's them apples? Because I can do potato printing. There's the colouring quite red down here. Thank you very much to Saz again for doing the poll. I was damned up potatoes. Mashed. Deep fried. Scrambled. Ba-bam! This one didn't have a thingy. Like a thingy to unwrap. But it is a thing. It's a thing, I think. And it's a refresher, sweetie. Refresher, sweetie. I hope you know that by opening these boxes, you're contributing to sugared foxy. Isn't the French for potato apples of the earth? Yes.
I can't.
So we have Tombow Pro Art pens, alcohol base. Oh, they really are. Good gods, that will wake you up in the morning.
This is very sticky. The wrapper will come off. I may have to just eat the wrapper.
Don't eat the wrapper.
But sugar.
Kit, why did you end up in hospital on Tuesday? Well, Foxy ate the wrapper and it got stuck. Anyway, so we have a Zig Millennium 03, so a 3-point nib on it, which is quite a thick nib comparatively to the ones that I generally use for my illustrations, which is awesome. The Tombow pens, which are really pretty cool, these ones, are a fine liner on one end and a brush pen on the other end, as you can see here. So you get nice brush strokes. You can do a wide stroke or you can do a thin bit. Cunning. And then you have a wedge tip at the other end. It's not a fine line term, so a wedge tip like this, which gives you a very controlled edge. You can also use it for doing calligraphy, as I have done. And we have grey, blue, and green. And we've got this. And then we have one of the famous Blackwing pencils.
Ooh.
These are supposed to be some of the best quality pencils you can get a hold of. So there's one in a Scrawlr Box design cover. I'll hold that up. Now, I knew they were doing a promotion with this. Nice colour, Scrawlr Box coloured changeable eraser. So apparently you can pull the eraser out if you're not me. But the idea is that you should be able to pull the erasers out and change them, and you can buy packs of the erasers. I do like. Man. So this one doesn't tell me what lead weight it is, but they're supposed to be known for being ultra black. Maybe you pull the metal? No. Ouch. No, that just dug in. Owie. Owie. Actually, maybe if I read the zine, it'll tell me, like reading the instructions. Maybe. Ooh, this one came with a sketchbooky thing. And there's the card. Right. So this one's going way back. This is January 2021. This tells you how often I have managed to open my Scrawlr boxes when I've not been streaming. This is very cool. Like a different look on the paisley pattern. Almost paired teardrop shape. It's it's not the traditional paisley pattern though. It's slightly different. It's got like more like arrows and different types of leaves and like are less traditional. Chris Lambert is the artist of this box. Hello Scrawlers, my name is Chris Lambert. I sign my doodles with the handle crease, a nickname given to me a while ago that I've adopted as my creative pseudonym. I am the founder of Scrawlr Box. Hey, that's cool. But I am also a creative just like you. I have been interested in art and drawing for as long as I can remember, and I have always doodled on any square scrap of paper or envelope sat in front of me. I took every art class in school, and I knew I wanted to be creative, but I never really knew what I wanted to be when I grew up. I ended up choosing to study textile design at university, where I fell in love with pattern and the history of intricacy of these traditional designs. I really like. Wasn't he Highlander? I can't remember what Highlander's name was. Have you seen the last Highlander? There can only be one!
No, I haven't seen many.
I can't remember his name. But I know his best mate was played by Sean Connery. I can remember that. In pantaloons.
What's his,
Yes, at Doodle Crease. I took my daily doodles and turned them into my art style. I applied these shapes and designs elements into a more traditional style. I have adored the shapes and motifs seen in the Paisley designs and have adopted some of these shapes into my style. Now, I cannot doodle anything without a teardrop shape or some sort finding its way into my work. I rarely start with a plan or on how the final piece will look, and I usually just start with a simple shape or line and just keep building on. I try to let my subconscious and the drawing journey lead me. My advice would be to just keep adding lines and don't think too much about it. Draw a shape, add a different shape or line connecting to that, and then another and another, and slowly build up, adding more and more detail until it feels complete. The hardest part is knowing when to stop. Yeah, that's the thing with art. I don't know anyone's got a problem with that. Have fun with these supplies and enjoy the process of testing them while creating your own doodle style. I look forward to seeing your artwork, as I do every month, and enjoying how everyone has interpreted the challenge in their own way, in their own unique style. Keep scrolling. And its Instagram is Doodle Crease. So let's have a look at the Instagram. Instagram. Doodle. Oop, did I? Wait. Stop before I do that. Yes, I did. Right. Doodle Crease. I have found the Doodle Crease. Right, let us have a quick look.
Look at the owl.
Woo! So this is the Doodle Crease Man. This is the piece that we have in the box here. And this is the very well used Blackwing pencil. You can see that he's done doodling on hats, which is very cool. Little COVID dude. Beware of this guy. He's shifty. And we have him with another Blackwing pencil. Ooh, pretty. And Foxy was exclaiming about the owl, so here is the owl, which looks like it's a ceramic owl that's been painted. It's very, very pretty. Ooh, look at the wings. Oh, I like it. The colours are so pretty. So pretty. Yep. I approve.
You might also approve of this picture.
Is that a neat stationery cupboard?
Yeah, you'll find it. It's in there.
Oh, I'm sorry, but that is like the sexiest thing I've seen in a while. You're sexier. I knew she was gonna stare at me for that. Oh, I love a bit of organization. Just look at it. It's so nice. All the colors, the pencils, the pads. Oh, I gotta leave a love on that. Just, yes. No. Yes, these are very, very cool. That's cool. Yes, this is the artist that we are going to be looking at / referencing for the next box. Our box promptly known as B. So let's go looky in the B box. That's the piece. So we have our reference piece. Stick it down there. That's it. And then we have the Scrawlr zine, which is the telling us about all the bits and pieces. Which, yes, it does state. A removable eraser. Take out the razor or replace it when you've made too many mistakes. Why would it come out? Oh, no, I'm just biting into it now.
Tasty.
It won't come out. It really won't come out.
Maybe it's not ready. Let it come out in its
Never rush something to come out. My black wing pencil don't work. So the book that we've got here, which has no markings on it except from saying that it's a Clairefontaine paper. Clairefontaine are also another really good paper maker, and one that I have many different papers from. It says it's thick, bleed-proof paper. Use this mini sketchbook to fill with doodles, and don't be afraid to use both sides. It won't bleed through. Let's test that, shall we? This guy has a thing about putting stuff in his mouth. There he is again, with another pencil in his mouth. I like this style. It's very pretty. Notes about using the bits and pieces. This is the Scrawlr Box Challenge from November 2020. Which looks like it was watercolour. So this is some of the pieces that other people who get Scrawlr Box entered, which is awesome. And yes, a little bit of detail about the perfect paisley pattern. So yeah, that's a traditional paisley pattern. That's what it normally looks like. So you can see why I'm saying that his is different, with it incorporating different types of arrows and things. And yeah. Another zine. In another box. Cool. So, the first thing I'm going to do is sharpen my pencil. Because it's a black wing shiny. With a non-removable. I wonder if I tap it. Nope. What was the last 2 hours of Kit's stream? Her trying to get the stupid rubber out of the damn pencil! Does not want to come out. Is there a trick to it? Can you Google see if there's a trick to getting a black pencil rubber out?
Sure.
Don't do that, you're snapping the lead. Ah! ADHD, forget to think first. Right. Sharpening noises. Nope, not sharp enough. Sharpened at an angle. Let's sharpen it again. That's better. Better! So, this one's all about pattern work, so we should probably try and incorporate some pattern work. Maybe even some sort of paisley styles. And we have a doodle book, which feels like I should start by doodling on the cover. I don't know if you're like me, but in high school, or actually any education system, when they gave me something with a doodleable cover that I could draw on, it was covered in doodles. Hey, what?
Apparently they have a clasp on them.
So you gotta...
You have to pull out the clasp. Did you just snap it?
the pencil is the pencil end is no more. I don't even know if that bit showed up on stream, but the bit of rubber fell off in my mouth, so I just kind of spat it out. I'm a classy bird, me. Well, you learn how to fix things by making mistakes. Ouch. Yes, it's sharp now, kid. Pointing it towards yourself whilst poking at things means you're gonna get stabbed. Nope. I have massacred the pencil.
Stop it! Just draw with it.
But it says it comes out. How does it come out? There may be a stream after the stream of me on Discord taking a pair of pliers to this and some wire snips. I will open the damn thing. Who would have known that, you know, if they gave me a pencil that's designed for being, like, pulled open, then I would break it almost instantaneously and not be able to use it for what's... Look, I managed to come out, like, pulled it off a fucking pencil. Oh, look, here's the container. If you look in there, you can see that that bit's supposed to come out. Morning, Savvy. Sorry. I'm losing my mind. This is one of the famous Blackwing pencils, and they're famous for having really good leads in them, which I've already bashed off the table.
Removable erasers.
And also removable erasers. However, in the process of trying to remove mine, I have currently turned it into shish kebab and crushed the case for it as well. And then pulled it off of the pencil.
Please be careful. Please stop using scissors for that.
Oh, screwdriver, screwdriver. Could you grab me a screwdriver? That's the butt. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm not letting you injure yourself for the sake of a pop-out eraser.
A brush.
Just leave it.
Nope.
It's not important.
Get the damn thing out. It's not coming out. Ah. No, don't take it off me.
Give me a thing. You stream, I'll figure out how it comes out.
I got the razor taken off of me. And the pencil
Okay,
thing.
you completely fucked it. No wonder it's not coming out. This bit's supposed to slide out.
Yes, but I tried to slide it out the first. What are you doing? I think I should turn the volume on there. Best time ever to turn the volume on whilst I've completely and utterly knackered one of the best pencils in the world, apparently. Designed, apparently, so that you can slide out the rubber off of the end of it from this neat little carrier that it has. However, in the process of trying to do this, I not only snapped the rubber, in which case there's part of it, I also managed to completely remove it from the end of the pencil. I didn't break it, I helped it. Oh no. Well, how are you today, Sammy? And how are you, Random Music? My middle name should be Destructor. Yes, this is how the pencil is supposed to look, with this fancy little thing on the end. See, yeah, this bit goes on here, like that.
It's not supposed to come off.
And then this bit here, when you hold on to these things, are supposed to pull out. But mine won't do it. So I tried to do it with my teeth, and it wouldn't do it with my teeth. And then I tried to do it with a pair of scissors, and it wouldn't do it with a pair of scissors. Don't mourn the pen. This is what had happened. It was she broke a hell out. Is it a typical-ish day for you? Pencil murder. It's not murder. Like, it should come out. It's designed to come out. Now the dog's telling me not to do it as well. Tweezers. I do have tweezers.
Just draw something! I'm never, ever, ever buying Blackwood pencils. You're banned.
Shove it in the edges of the thing. I can't even get them down into the top of it. It's compressed. Help, help, I'm being repressed. Oh no.
What type of Blackwood pencil is that, or is it an exclusive?
It's an exclusive one. But it's an exclusive one, but it's not like the rest of them.
Yes, but what's it?
So that was me snapping the handle off the cradle for getting it out.
Oh wait, that's 12.
I think it's dead. Just put it down, walk away and leave it alone. Oh boy. Says it comes out. Ouch. Finger. It doesn't even move. Nobody heard a thing, right? Come on! Oh. Sod it. Not putting it away. Blackwing pencils suck. No, I'm not bitter. Isn't that burn over sort enough? Yay, geeked. I think Cathalos has known me way too long. I've gone bright red in my face. You have to admit, there's an audience for. I'm gonna catch up with chat and count down for a second. Oh, are you up to put the kettle on?
No. The dog's on the bed behind me, isn't she?
Yes, I just noticed. Bryn, down.
How long have you been there? Just
No doggies on the bed.
Come and make tea. You make the tea, go on. What am I paying you for?
Do you have a player? Yeah, that's when I got the tweezers out. I took suggestions from chat again. I'm also noticing that I'm not breathing particularly well. I need to find a healer. Where are we? You want to leverage the pliers to compress the razor. That's what I tried to do. I tried to stick it in the top and compress it, and it just wouldn't compress. I did actually think of it. I probably completely shattered the lead in this, because one of the other ideas I had before it came off the pencil was to batter it off the surface to see if I could knock it out. Because I'm a trained professional artist. Is this now the stream? Kit versus pencil. People fighting things. Commercial commences the visual. 3, 2, 1, yeet pencil accessory. See, now you're buggering the tip of your tweezers. 100%. Yep, this is no longer an art stream, it's just Kit fighting with art supplies and eventually losing. This is some serious entertainment to wake up to. Hasn't the poor rubber suffered enough? Probably. Yay! Yeet! Oh, for fuck's sake. Look! Red! Red cheeks! And then check out water. You have to admit there's an audience for do we need to send chocolate? You need to compress the 2 tabs at the same time and pull pliers, but now there's no tabs and no pencil to pull against. Well, that'll do it. I think there's people fighting things subreddit. You can submit a clip if you like. So, the silver lining. The silver lining is I'm never buying Batwing pencils because obviously I'm just going to destroy them. They are also very expensive. So I'm trying to save myself money. I got a little bit of the rubber. See? A little bit survived.
£2.50 a pencil.
£2.50 a pencil, yeah.
Cheaper in bulk. You can buy 12 of them for 24.
Still really expensive for a pencil.
Yeah.
Can you hand me my inhaler or my drug bag? Because I am wheezing somewhat after that.
Where are said items?
In the bag there. Or right next to me, but obviously have managed to batter my brains out at the same time and can't see things. Ugh. I did art this stream though. Like, I would like to point out that this is what actually happened in the first part of this. We drew Seskimo's partner's eyes, Gen X, in the style of the other Scrawlr box that we opened earlier. Was that Batwing pencils? Not buying Batwing pencils, but Bruce is rich enough. They fly. Yes, they fly. I proved that already. It pleased Catullus very much. There should probably be another counter on the stream. How many times Kit has had to take her inhaler by overexerting herself trying to beat the crap out of a product. I'm a deal on a book now. But I did art. I have a bit of rubber. It's tiny, but I have a bit of rubber. I do, but I don't get stuff.
It's nice, it has a lot of space.
The computer just spoke to me. Lover stimulate. So the challenge on it is paisley patterns.
Yourself, I think, to give something space.
Overexerted. Overstimulated, overexerted. Yeah, no, don't do that.
Something clever or technical or, impressive in some way.
Technical or impressive in some way. Repressive? Thank you. My nose is running now as well. No, just imagining to completely overexert myself and yeah. Let's start with a love heart, shall we? Actually, the light's quite nice in this, even though I probably shattered the hell out of it. Where's the liney thing?
Here's my feeling. Here's my heart.
The computer's trying to give me its heart. I'm a bit worried. I feel like I should just draw this with the pen actually, because it's one of those ones where no matter what I do, I'm gonna come back over it with the pencil or the pen. So long as I know where my line is going, it shouldn't really cause that much bother. I've actually done similar things before. I've got a tattoo here, which is, this is a piece that I drew. These bits here, like, so the reason that they look faded and a bit worn is because the skin round about the inner elbow is really thin, so when you put pigment into it, it tends to move quite a lot. But, like, I've done sort of mandalas before with that idea of just sitting there and drawing patterns until you feel that you've come to a natural conclusion with it. The nice thing about this style of doodling and drawing is it's incredibly peaceful because you're just focusing on the line you're creating at that particular time and then coming back to think about what else you're adding. He brought me biscuits. I have biscuits, and they're vegan digestives. I like biscuits. I love biscuits. In fact, I think it was one of the first things that ever got clipped on my channel was me having a small love affair with a biscuit. Because I like biscuits. Who doesn't like a biscuit? If you go to Laser Geek's channel, you can actually treat him with a biscuit. It's part of his channel point reward. An excellent reward, if I do say so myself. in
Worth
bits.
the fight. Did you use it?
Yeah, it's actually got really smooth lead, which I thought was quite nice. But when I came to think about this further, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go for the make mistakes and go with it. Because part of doodle work is to just let yourself loose, and if you try to control what you're doing when you're doing doodles, you're not letting it. Yeah, you're not doodling. You're just drawing. So. You gonna do some doodling too? Oh, no, you're reading. I thought you were gonna doodle as well. Doodle. Was that the Stephen Fry mythology book?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm on the first page.
I heard you giggle though.
So far. Yeah, it's just a really good
Intro. Hot. Hot coffee. Hot.
Why sentence. It's a very, very long sentence.
So one of the other things I was going to talk about today, which I totally let slip my mind there, was I want to do Inktober this year. And what I'm thinking about doing is, for the launch of my Patreon, is doing zines from the... Excuse me. Doing zines based off of the work I do for Inktober. Oh, okay, back to the battle station building. Enjoy, Mr. Frightful. I look forward to seeing more of your miniatures because they're amazing. Did we shout out Mr. Frightful? Did someone do that? Can we do that? Pretty please. Yay. Thank you, Foxy. I'm considering, so in order to make sure that I do it, I was thinking about doing it on stream. However, one of the bases of Inktober is that you do one thing every day, which inevitably gets chaotic for me. So I'm considering trying to do a varied amount of streaming by streaming either on Instagram or Discord as well as on Twitch to just get doodles done and get through the 31 prompts. But what I was thinking about doing, especially with this, is do a feature day each week for people to show off their creations for the week for Inktober. So what I'm thinking I'll do is I'll put up in Discord, and then I'll probably try and advertise it a little bit to other people as well, that for the month of October we will do a weekly stream, probably on a Saturday, that will be a pickup of the stuff shared in the Discord from everyone who's wanting to do Inktober this year. It's also a nice way to get other people's artwork out there and start sharing it around. So if you have thoughts, if you want to take part in that, please let me know. Give me a little message on the Discord. If you've got groups of friends that want to do it together, then that's cool as well, and that would be a very fun way of showing off what the groups did on a week. Yeah, Foxy, you should do it too. Hands up if we want Foxy to take part too.
Wait, what am I taking part in?
Inktober.
Right, okay. Can I read you that bit that I was chuckling at? It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where is it?
He wants you to do it. Casper Brig wants you to do it too. They put 2 hands up.
Does that count as 2?
I think that probably counts for both of them. Anyway, you're reading that bit.
It is enough to say that the Greeks thought it was chaos who, with a massive heave, or a great shrug, or hiccup, or vomit, or cough, began a long chain of creation that has ended with pelicans and penicillin, and toadstools and toads, sea lions, seals, lions, human beings, and daffodils and murder and art and love and confusion and death and madness and biscuits.
That's awesome. Is it-
And biscuits.
Is the 9th or the 10th that's your nuptials? Actually, no, I have said it on stream because you won't have time on the 9th of October if it all goes well. Yeah. But that's it. What I'd basically do is just do it on another day for the October one. Ow, my fingers. Oh. I forget how much doing tiny little details like this requires me to keep a strong hold on my hand so that I'm not shaking too much for controlling my tremors. But yes, on the 9th, I'm fairly sure I can forgo it for one day or move it to another day. On the 2nd? This is... Was I told about this? Have I forgotten about this? We're going to a party on the 2nd.
Yes.
Yes. Also, like, the 11th of October.
You're never on Facebook, that's why you don't know about it.
I don't go on Facebook
And
anymore.
Also, I forgot to tell you. So
And Foxy forgot to tell
I'm
me.
such a good secretary.
Yes, birthday party. I'm doing that thing where I'm putting too much detail in again. Wait, everybody knows me here. Woof.
Next door's Joella.
Chihuahua. Yes, I will add those to the calendar so that I remember to do things.
I am on it.
If you don't look at FB, you also won't have seen that you're invited to the hen do. No, I did not. There's been so much going on Facebook, and I've just had to step back because I can't handle the panic and the worry of it all. It's too much when I'm not feeling well. Because I'm always wanting to try and help, but I can't help if I'm not well, and then I sit there and I worry about things, and I have no spoons for extra worry right now. So I've just been... The only time I've been on Facebook is to literally post for Kit Angel Arts or for the stream. I absolutely get it. I basically don't use Facebook anymore except for Messenger and events. Yeah, I use Messenger. That is pretty much what I do. But I don't even post for myself anymore. If I need something, I go direct to ask people now rather than posting on Facebook. Just because I can't. I just can't. I get too stressed out too quickly, and it's not good for me. Like the other night when Mark just about killed me. I'm coming off of a anti-anxiety medication at the moment, because it's been having a reaction with one of the other drugs that I'm on. And unfortunately, it means that whilst my body chemistry is getting back to normal, I'm a bit more easily panicked than I am before. So just avoiding anything that's going to trigger that sort of response is the better option until my body chemistry is back to some sort of normality. Hence, yet another reason that I've not been streaming every single day that I should be. Because I've had to rest a lot and let my brain head back to normal function. But it's a medication I've been on for over 10 years. So that's over a decade of my life spent on this medication. So coming off of it is no small feat as such. It's quite a lot for your body to suddenly go, oh, I no longer have this thing, without completely going nuts at you. So. That's 2, 3. Something else that's just sprung to my memory again is there's been quite a lot of young artists, especially here on Twitch, and on things like Discord, where they've been sharing their artwork, that have been going nuts about punishing themselves almost for looking at reference material when it comes to drawing. If you are an artist of any sorts and you're wanting to get something to look more realistic, you need to pay attention to what it is that you're drawing. You need reference material. It's a straight thing that you would be told to do if you did any sort of education, or if you wanted to increase your skill in any way, shape or form. You would have to draw the things that you're inspired by, what you're looking at. It's the only way to do it. So having a reference material about is nothing. It's not even something that's... Yeah, people keep conflating reference with copy. Yeah, it's not copying if you're... It's copying if you're putting it down and you're tracing it completely and doing it exactly the same. That's copying. But if you're looking at it to see what you're drawing and you have multiple references that you're working from to design one thing, it's not copying. It's just reminding you of what you're drawing. But it's gotten so bad that even drawing references is bad. Yeah. It's all crap. Basically. If someone gets on at you for using a reference to draw by, tell them to stuff themselves. Because any sort of...
Have they never seen Still Life?
Yeah, any sort of art training, even if you look back at the grand masters, so like Rembrandt, Monet isn't a grandmaster, Da Vinci, Tempest, all that lot. When you look back at the original portraiture painters, they had the people stand there in front of them and draw them time and time again until they did the final painting that you looked at. So is that copying? No, it's interpreting. Yes, they had to draw other paintings. There's a great story that was picked out from the diaries and letters sent from like the new wave artists, which were Van Gogh and Matisse and Lautrec and everyone of that sort of Cézanne, that generation of artist. They picked out stories of when they were learning to do what they were doing. They weren't allowed to draw the human body or a person until they had drawn basically plaster casts of the bodies until they were blue in the face of doing it, because it was seen as the only way to gain the skill was to draw from sculpture, and then you could draw from life.
Life moves.
Life does move. So like when I was learning, we had to draw from skeletons, we had to draw we had to do life drawing. That was one of the first things that was pointed out, was in order to increase your skill, you're going to do life drawing, because you need to pay attention and measure and learn anatomy, and the only way to really do it is to observe it in life, which is sort of true, sort of not true. You can learn anatomy from pictures, but you're not going to know the sensations of drawing a person until you're sat there with them drawing them. It's a whole different ballgame, because it's a whole different way of looking at something, because you're taking a 3D figure or a 3D object, something you can see all the way around and can walk around or that moves, and representing that on a 2D surface of painting or drawing. There is no basement. So the minute that you stop observing and start drawing, you're drawing from your head. You're making up what you're doing. If you're observing while you're drawing, then you are following what you're seeing in front of you. So it's the right way to do it. And well, I say it's a way to do it. There is no such thing as a right way and a wrong way. There is just the best ways of learning. What basement? What Wi-Fi? I know not of what you talk of. I can't possibly comment without my lawyer present. Or at least with this handbook of legalese. That sounds like this child's art stuff going crashing to the ground. So yeah, if you're doing referencing, ma'am, your lawyer, the eraser, it's now dead. You okay?
Yeah.
Hey, Undead TARDIS, how are you? Welcome in. Undead TARDIS, are you on Discord? This is something I was... So, all of my subscribers get access to the subscriber-only part of Discord. And I was going through the list the other day to make sure that people who should have access to the subscriber-only parts are getting the access that they should be getting. And your name was on the list, so I know you're a subscriber. I think I can remember when you subscribed as well. But I can't see you on Discord, so I need to make the social linky things available for everyone to use. I've shut everything down so that mostly only the mods and I can do things, for various reasons. But that takes you to the Discord, should you need to, or want to, that is. And that's the Instagram for updates that I managed to do. I'm even on TikTok now, which is a very interesting experience, and it's helping with me learning how to do video editing. But that's a very working progress thing, because TikTok is different. Interesting, entertaining, really good for helping get I'm not trying to say fame, I'm trying to say advertising and recognition. So if you're a streamer or such and you're trying to get more people into your stream, there's a decent way to do it by just throwing up little videos onto Twitch. I will say though, my body needs to stop being dumb. Chest is tightening up. Anticipation? Nervousness? I don't know. Oh no. That's scary, undead. TARDIS. But I can sympathise entirely because earlier on, before you popped into the stream, there was a small incident with a very expensive, technically very expensive, world-renowned pencil that I happened to get one of in my Scrawlr box, because this is what we're doing today. The second part of the stream, and the second Scrawlr box. I got one of these, which is called a Batwing pencil. And you may have heard of them. They're fairly famous online. And it is a gorgeous lead that's on it. And very dark as well. And very easy to rub off, which is something I like even better about it. However, part of the thing that they advertise with these pencils is that you can slide the rubber out. You may notice on the end of this pencil, there is no rubber piece anymore. It got thrown across the room a little while ago because I tried to get it to come out and it didn't work. And I kept trying, and then it came off the pencil, and then I kept trying, and an asthma attack ensued from the panicking, worrying, and battering of thing that, yeah. Tight chest, sore, nervousness. Scorcho! For fast show enthusiasts from the 90s. But yeah. You alright, darling? Do you suffer with panic? Is that panic and anxiety? Is that something you've been through before? Because the smallest things can set it off. And the best thing to do is to start to... Well, the best thing from what I've been taught, I've been taught many different techniques over the years, is to just start to distract from the instant panic. So start doing something that you really enjoy doing, etc. Or just go and make a cup of tea or have a walk. And then begin to slow your breathing down so that you're taking deep breaths, breathing out through your mouth and in through your nose. And start to count with that. So the first initial step is to start counting and doing the out for 10, in for 10. So it's the and then the out for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Letting yourself relax with it. It can help a lot with starting to get tense. Is there something in particular that may be feeling it, or do you have something that's imminent? Like, are you going out, or you've got a birthday coming up? Anxiety is a big part. The only thing I can think that would set it off is B-Day tomorrow, which is absolutely stupid. Like, why can't panic happen for... No, yeah. Panic has been described to me as the primordial part of your brain triggering the flight or fight reflex within the like oldest parts of the brain, and they don't trigger for any good reason, or they do sometimes. Most of the time when you're suffering with anxiety, it just triggers. So your instant reaction is to go into high adrenaline mode and flight or fight, which takes over your entire body very quickly. But if you can recognize the symptoms and begin to understand that you have nothing you need to run from at that particular time, you can start to control, start to calm down, and start to focus on being in reality. And the rest of it is just kind of watching your body do what it does, because your heart rate will go up, your chest will get tight, you'll start taking shallower, faster breaths, and then it'll slowly but surely, once you notice and start taking control, start to tip it the other way. So again, with the starting to take control of your breathing for the first part, I understand that the correct way to attribute a piece of art used as reference, if we are talking about a copy, is to use the word after, e.g. Kit's paisley pyjamas, Chris's crease, after Chris Crease Lambert. Yeah. Attributing, basically. Yeah. If I were to sell something based off of this piece, if it was more directly linked to exactly their style, because I'm taking some references from it, but I'm very much turning it into my own thing. I can attribute to Chris and say that it's his inspiration that got me there, and he is it's the same thing when you're attributing to writers. So if you've written a dissertation, a thesis, a book, and you're attributing back to where your sources came from, it's the same thing, basically. It's, I looked at this to help me form this. It's if it's more direct, so if I was doing a literal copy of a piece of this and putting it into here so that it looked exactly the same, then I have to credit Chris as being the direct part of that, or something along the lines of that. I'm not a copyright law expert, but I know what I need to know, because something I'm getting into at the moment is I want to do the Inktober again. I stopped doing it for quite some time because the creator the creator, Jake Parker, got copyright sorted out for Inktober, so that he has the rights to use it whichever way he wants, which is perfectly understandable after the amount of effort and that he put in to start it in the first place. The only problem is it's then been handed over to lawyers, and lawyers have taken it and used it as viciously as they can. So people have been sued left, right and centre. You can use the Inktober prompt list and draw from it. You can sell the artwork that you make from the prompt list. You cannot attribute it to Inktober. You cannot say that you've done it. No, you can say you did Inktober. You can't say that you are affiliated in any way with Inktober. You can't claim that they sponsored you or anything like that. And that is the way that it works. Because part of the way that the copyright was done on Inktober is to ensure that if Jake Parker is doing a collaboration with a particular product manufacturer or a particular artist to produce work at the end of the day, then he can basically go, this is Inktober, and say Scrawlr Box. I'm just pulling words out at random. But Scrawlr Box sponsored by Inktober. Whereas for the rest of us, who are not directly signed as a sponsor, etc., are not attributed in that way. This is a problem with copyright. To protect it, you have to enforce it. Exactly. Yeah. So like I've heard / read cases about small children making Inktober books and trying to sell them for charity. And yeah, getting in trouble. And the great thing about it going through our legal system before it even gets anywhere near the person that it's set up for, i.e. Chris Parker, is he might not even know what the lawyers have gone after, because it's them protecting what's been put in law. So it gets really, really confusing. It's about as bad as patent law, or patenting law. When you try to get a patent for something that you have created. As an inventor. Yeah, Inktober is a trademark. Started from something quite wholesome and has grown into the point where someone needs to now protect it. So, but at the absolute worst is furry fandom artist drama. Ugh. I tend not to pay that much attention to certain things, other than to make sure that if I'm doing anything that is based off of an Inktober or such, that I am not affiliating myself with those particular things. Inktober for me is a way to zone out and make my not dudes and challenge myself with things that prompts and such that I might not go for on my own, to break me out of whichever rut I'm in. I also love the fact that it's gotten big enough that the average school has heard of it, so that kids can basically use it as a chance to sharpen their drawing skills, because they can start an Inktober and show it off at school at the end of the month. I mean, it's a reward system at the end for it. Like, you get to do work and you get to see your progress, and then you get to be rewarded by showing it and sharing it. So it's one of these things that manages to spill out all over social media every time it happens. I did Inktober in 2019. Did you? I'd love to see that, Mr. Frightful. I haven't seen your, just drawing. I've always seen your miniatures. Or if I have seen your drawing, I've kind of back of my minded it a bit. Because your miniatures and your dioramas are just that gorgeous. And I want all of them. But I've fallen off the journal wagon since about the middle last year. Yeah, journaling. I stopped doing journaling. I keep seeing things, especially on TikTok, about people's sketchbooking and such, and I don't tend to do much sketchbooking because I work off of ideas that I have for an end product. I also tend to be really good with using my mind's eye, which is like the inner eye in your brain of summarizing what would happen if I tried to do certain things. So I kind of can forgo some of it. It's not what creative practice would tell you to do, but it's the way my brain works. And my experience, because I've experimented with a lot of different mediums and techniques over the years. So I know that if I want to sculpt something, my level of sculpting will be at roughly this level, and it will either achieve what I want or it won't achieve what I want. If I want to use certain materials, like watercolors, then I need to work from what I know. Like with the Gen X piece here, when I was doing the watercolors, I already knew when I was painting the watercolors down that I probably wasn't going to get the highlights I wanted, so I knew I was going to go back in with a Jelly Roll acrylic white to pick out my highlights, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a practice the way it is. It's a mixed media practice. It's in some ways lack of forethought, because I could have gotten my masking fluid out and sorted my highlights, but I was going for working off the cuff, so I had to go back in and fix what I need to fix to make it the way I wanted it to look, basically. Not an excuse, but it's the way I work. 2020, I was supposed to be getting back into my vector art, but my tablet is untouched. I started sculpting instead. Sculpting is amazing. Tablet work so I want an art tablet to try and speed up my process. It's funny to me now because since I got the tablet, I have not sped up my process. In fact, I've slowed it down because I can spend so much time editing. Were you trying to send a link? Because links aren't allowed. If you want to send it to me, either whisper it to me or send it to Mod and they'll post it. I'm just being very careful about stuff like that at the moment. Thank you very much, darling. But yeah. Where was I? What was I? I don't know. I've lost my train of thought. Who am I? I think it was going on about creative practice and stuff. I've never gotten... Oh, the tablet. So my tablet rant aside about not being faster. I basically started carrying my tablet with me anywhere I went. So if I was dropping my daughter off at school, if I was picking her up somewhere, if I had a little errand to do, I threw the tablet in my bag, and whenever I had the 5 minutes to stop, I would pull the tablet out and start drawing on it. And that's still my practice to this day, because I still find it really hard to stop myself and focus. So I just try to put it into my routine. I am finding that I'm not doing faster drawing, because now I can actually zoom right in to my detail and get lost in it for days. I've been taking part in a charity event called the Laughing Boy Project, which is to get clean water and food supplies across to, I can't even remember where it is, but it's for getting aid for people. And I thought I would do a digital piece, and I was like, it's fine, it'll only take me a little while. I'm now several months into it, and it has so much detail that if I was to ever try to print it out to show someone, I'd have to do it on something like a 3 meter by 3 meter square, or probably a 3 meter by 2 meter rectangle, in order to get anyone to be able to see the detail that I've gone into, because it's so much zooming. And it's vector art as well, so I could do that, but it's still like, it's gone overly detailed because I've just not I've not, at that point I hadn't been working with digital long enough to know that I need to stop faster and I need to not overwork what I'm doing. Which is, it'll probably still be a trial and error for me. I like things to look a certain way, and I have a style, and I obsess about details, even when I'm like, I am not going to obsess about details. 3 hours later, I've obsessed about details. That's one thing about doing formal art education, though, is that they are fiercely against you getting stuck in those details, and they will teach you ways to make sure that you're not just sitting there for hours doing the same little bit. And I genuinely think if I hadn't done some of the art education that I did, I would still be stuck in that I'm going to draw everything on a stamp and it will be perfect, but it'll be the size of a stamp and it'll take me 6 weeks. So getting less precious about things is a very important step so that you can learn to make mistakes and fix them. As you may have noticed when I was doing my painting of the Gen X earlier, I made a mistake with this eye a lot. It's even still slightly tipped down to where I think it should be. And I went back in and I used water to lift out where there was too much watercolour, so the pigment was too dark. And then I've gone back in with a white acrylic marker and picked out where the highlight should be, because I'd completely and utterly washed it out. But knowing that I have that knowledge and that ability to change that means that I get less worried about it at that particular point in time. So I'm getting the detail I need down quickly, and then I'm working on how it looks, what colours I need, how things should be shaded. That sort of extra depth with art that you need. Or things that you should, I guess you should think about. Don't have to. Mark! Licky, 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 licky. Hello, Mark. How are you? Welcome in. You missed me having a small temper tantrum and taking apart a very expensive pencil. And now I'm doing doodle art, because that's awesome. How is things with you guys? Have you started your move? Because that was last night when I left the stream. That was pretty much where you were heading, was to start packing up your streaming station, and I saw the thingy. I saw the Patreon post, but I have not read it. So I know you're in that process somewhere. So I'll be picking up the truck in a bit to load it today. Absolutely awesome. I hope that's going so well for you at the moment. If you need anyone to scream at or cry at, we're here. Sorry we can't actually be there in person because we're separated by an ocean. But if we could, we would. Also, damn you, I will not cry. Stone Cold Kit Steve Austin. So yeah. I will make sure I'm checking in or poking at Zez and that to find out what's happening, so I'm not bugging you guys. Stone Cold Kitty Austin. Noted. Tough. So you may have heard on the internet about this pencil called a bat wing pencil. It's known for black wing pencil. It's known for having a rubber that you can remove off the end in this little nifty holder. Also, it's a really high quality lead that's in it, which means that you get a really nice dark line that's also easy to remove. So if you're doing sketching of that, it's great. The rubber in mine was not easy to remove. And after having tried to remove it in several ways and then used my teeth and snapped bits, I have a little bit of the rubber here and the rest is somewhere where I yeeted it. So I'll find find it at some point. On the other hand, I feel victorious against the pencil. Removing rubber should be easy, but sometimes it's tight. Confessions, darling, confessions. Oh, you'll like this, Mark. This is Gen X's eyes. So, I've done 2 Scrawlr Box pieces, or I'm in the middle of doing 2 Scrawlr bits. The first bit we did was a Scrawlr Box based off of an artist called Teresa Harris. And this is her work. It's very like.
I was supposed to be wearing a floaty summer dress.
Foxy's still bitter. It's very light and ethereal, and very much letting the material do all the work for you. So you're seeing things and where layers have been left, like colours and such. So I interpreted that. Is that a child alarm? Yeah. Oh. And used Gen X's eyes on the what's that one? What's that word?
I don't know. I didn't hear the rest of the sentence.
The word where someone gets you to do something.
Prompt.
Prompt. From the prompt from Says, I found a picture of Gen X and drew his eyes from that.
It was Mr. Frightful's prompt.
Was it Mr. Frightful's prompt?
Jennifer's floaty dress. Her floaty summer dress.
Yeah. It's supposed to be Gen X in a floaty summer dress, so you know, I may have to add that to the prompts list. But yeah, I went, as you can see, like I did this in my own style, and I went back into it with different colours, and I used highlights and stuff. When working with a new medium, you can make a lot of mistakes, and I did. So, in order to control some of those mistakes, I went back in with multimedia. And there ain't nothing wrong with it. Says it's happy, so it's all good. And I haven't heard Gen X screaming yet. Oh my god, you drew me!
Right. I should go and pick up the small child.
You're gonna pick up the small bean. I will probably stream till you get back. Try and get this page covered. If that's alright.
No, you must drive me.
Totally and utterly up the wall. I've been working on that for the last X many years. Just find it. Yeah, so that's the bit off the pencil. This little bit here, like there's an actual thing inside it. If I turn that way, it's like cupped the actual rubber in there. However, it's not coming out. I've shoved stuff up there and tried to make it come out. I've used a pair of tweezers. At some point later on, I'm getting my metal snips out and opening it, because I will not lose to this. And after all that, I just threw it, because
You shoved stuff
F
up
it.
there and tried to make it come out.
Well, you should know. Let me know everything goes okay.
Yeah.
No context. Yup. I'm supposed to colour this as well, and I'm noticing that I'm going off on a tangent of just doing black and white detail. I was talking about my tangents into that earlier, where I'm like, oh, just keep going on this thing. Oh, wait, I wasn't supposed to do that much detail. But this is based off of the prompt, which is Paisley pattern. So I'm not actually a massive fan of Paisley pattern stuff. So I'm kind of going with my own pattern and working on it from doodling. And it's Chris Lambert, who we found is doodle crease on, I'll put that up there, doodle crease, oh god, that's terrible. Doodle crease on Instagram, is also the founder of Scrawlr Box. So the boxes that I get on a monthly basis, and the 2 of which I've gone through today. By the time I finish this, I've also been talking about things that I'm planning on doing, and I fell out with the whole Inktober situation, if you've heard of Inktober, because of the way that the copyright law took over. But this year, because I've enjoyed it so much in the past, I'm going to do it again, but I'm planning on doing it as I will stream as daily as possible as I can for each piece, and then try and do a compilation show stream at the end of the week, so that on say a Friday, Saturday or Sunday I can show off the community's work for Inktober, thus sharing the Inktober process with everybody else. And showing off other artists' works, because I'm surrounded by a plethora of gorgeous, amazingly talented artists, musicians, poets, writers, all sorts. Gamers. But Inktober is a very specific getting things down in ink prompt list. So I'll just do it as an art prompt list. But it'd be nice to get everybody involved and do something together just for the month, because I'm not continuing it past that, because I've got the funny feeling that after October I'll just be spending the rest of the time lying on my face going, why did I decide to do this in the first place? Well, because I'm crazy. So hopefully that'll be a thing. I did the thing with the 1 to 2 inch doodle box, and because I felt I could commit to a small drawing daily. Yeah. I tried 1 year. So 1 year I arranged and started running a scrapbook project group, which is sketchbook project group. There's international library of little tiny sketchbooks which you do through the sketchbook project, and I arranged to do it with a group of friends. Unfortunately, I took ill, which is kind of the story of my life, and couldn't take part nor run the group after about a week in. So luckily everyone banded together and managed to get on and do what they could themselves. I didn't manage to even make a submission for it, because I only got part way into it before I was bed bound and unable to sit up and stuff. So unfortunately, when you have a compromised immune system, that's pretty much how it goes. You're fine 1 minute and then you're deathly ill the next. So, but I have managed to do a lot of entertaining of nurses over the years from just sitting and drawing, because like sitting in a hospital bed you get bored very quickly. So I would sit and draw. I was in over Halloween 1 year, and the nurses, so I was in and out of sedation, so a lot of the time I was sleeping, and when I wasn't sleeping I wasn't seeing that many people. So I made a happy Halloween sign from paper lying around in the hospital room, and a pen, a ballpoint pen that I had, and left that for the nurses to come in and see, and they enjoyed it quite a lot. I found got a lot of nice feedback from it. it was quite fun because it was, you know, thank you for looking after me. Sorry I'm mostly asleep when you're here, or sedated. Also with this Milem. I can't actually do a proper Milem because my tongue does not come out of my mouth that far. Because I am tongue-tied. So I can't really do lots of pictures of me licking things because it's by... Like, I can open my mouth and you can see my tongue, but I can't... It doesn't come out that far. Because I'm tongue-tied. So my milemming and licking people it's purely an online thing. Because I was trying to translate it to IRL, it wouldn't work very well. Unless I improvised and made myself a gigantic silicone tongue and covered it in lubrication. Nope, the kit instead does tiny blips. Blip. I get really bad cramp as well. There's a character in Steven Universe called Peridot, and at one point her let's get some at one point her and Steven, the main character, are trying to chase down this monstrous beast, and the beast at one point they try to chase down this beast by understanding the nature of it, to understand how it wants to do what it does. And in the process of this, they start imitating it. And one of the things it does is it stops and sticks its tongue there. It just sort of stops and goes blah and sticks its tongue out. So Peridot started doing this, and in order to try and make Foxy and my daughter laugh, I imitated that. And I tried to stick my tongue out like that. And instead of my tongue really sticking out, I just gave myself one hell of a jaw cramp and had to sit for about half an hour holding the bottom of my jaw and massaging the muscle to let go so that I could close my mouth again. Not that I'm salty about it. Sounds like you were doing it right. Well, Foxy and Small Bean thought it was hilarious, so I guess I got one thing right. The injury to my pride afterwards is just my own thing. Yeah, one of the reasons did I mention that one of the reasons that I'm using pen to do this is to make sure that I am embracing my mistakes and not avoiding them. Because the artist in particular, Chris Lambert, commented that he learnt his skill, this is his work here, by doodling. And doodling in its essence is not rubbing out. It's just continuing to add to whatever you've done over and over again until you come up with a fully completed pattern. So I was like, I'm not going to do a pencil sketch for this. I'm just going to draw, and that way I'm embracing the chaos of it. Because chaos I'm also doodling on the outside of the book that came with it, the sketchbook, because for me, high school was all this. High school was all about drawing on my books. Not in the books, but on the books. Because they gave me books. I'm also not planning, I'm just drawing. I'm looking at the picture next to me and I'm going, I like that part. I'm gonna try and do that. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. Da! Ugh. Excuse me while I go collect my heart that's now somewhere across that side of the room. That I always get a fright whenever my alarms go off. Useful in some ways because it means I don't forget about my alarm going off, or at least I have no way of ignoring it going off. It does not mean I'll actually remember that I've looked at the alarm, or does not guarantee it. It's a very peaceful thing to do this as well. It's quite nice to just sit and doodle away. Not have to worry about like getting things particularly accurate. Because you're just doodling. Just doodling. Chilling, relaxing. Shooting some b-ball. Yes, when the small bean comes in and my house goes into a chaotic mess of chaoticness, I shall be out of here and off to see what the child is doing and have a small rest from having streamed. So if we have any raid suggestions from anyone, if there's someone you particularly want to share the love with, then I'm all ears. It'd be quite nice to jump on someone I've not met before. Yeah, that's so dirty. Because it's nice to share the love. I can't read myself. Mark. Yay! Enjoy truck. Drive safe. Be careful. Load things easily. Look after your back. Look after your spine.